I Don't Get It
Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. We have a new occupational series we're doing, and Ashley and Lauren and I are so excited because today we are talking to an Instagram model, Sommer Ray. So on Instagram, she's at SOMMERRAY, and she has 19 million followers on Instagram, which is crazy.
Congratulations.
Why do you think you have 19 million followers?
You know what? I'm not really sure. I'm just like, okay.
Well, I mean, I'm here looking at you in person, and you are the kind of person that I kind of want to look at all the time.
Oh,
so
yeah, like you very stare-at-able face.
Yeah. You guys are so sweet.
Thank
you.
Obviously, though, your ass is incredible. And would you
Thank
say
you.
your ass is the reason? Like, would you consider yourself like an ass?
ass. I like the word butt.
But
Booty?
okay.
Booty. There you go.
Yeah,
Ass
well,
sounds
that's
dirty.
That's how I got noticed and stuff. Is like I posted pictures of my butt, and people are kind of like, it's before girls really started doing that. So it was kind of like, what is she doing? Is this acceptable? Does Instagram allow this? And then everyone does it now. Like so many girls do it. So I was kind of like a OG of this, So I'm like an OG butt model, but I'm trying to change my brand and stuff. So I don't consider myself like a butt model, but it's just kind of.
We saw that the butt pictures were on the way out.
Yeah, I mean, I still do it because I work hard for my body and it's all natural and everything. So it's like I've actually lost a lot of muscle because I have to keep working out, but I'm getting back into the gym. But it's one of those things where it's like, I want to be known for more, but everyone is like, Kim had a sex tape. I have a page with some booty pics. It's all good.
So can you walk us through the beginning, when it started? I know your mom's was she a bodybuilder? She's here.
My mom, my first show. So I started competing when I was 16. I actually dropped out of high school.
In bodybuilding?
I started competing in bodybuilding. So it's there's different levels and stuff. So I was the very low level bikini, not very muscular. And me and my mom did our first show together. She did shows back in the day, but they weren't bodybuilding. She did more
Miss USA.
I don't know. Well, she's here, so we can ask her when we get on.
Well,
I'm not really sure what she
We'll
does
bring
again.
your mom on. But is that something you always wanted to do with your mom?
My dad is a bodybuilder, so I grew up working out with him. We had a gym in our basement, and I would work out with him every day. I was a big daddy's girl, and I always looked up to him, and he's huge, big, jack dude. So I was I don't know, I just love my dad, and I was inspired by him too. So my mom and dad really inspire me, but my mom mostly because I don't want my dad's body. I'm I'm good.
So as a high schooler, were you in high school when you started working out?
Yeah, so I started working out very young with him. I would just be down in the basement working out with him all the time, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was probably when I was 6 to I would always
6, not 16.
But I
Okay.
would be working out. I didn't start getting really into working out until I was 14, 15.
Okay.
How old are you now, Summer?
I'm turning 22 this month, it's September, so I'm almost 22. I feel like I'm getting old because I was always damn, you're so young, and now because I started everything when I was super young, so it's everyone's oh, you're so young now. I'm I'm old now.
Yeah, I was expecting
no
you
one
to say
says
something
that.
younger so I could say, oh my god, you're so young, but you're just an average 22-year-old age, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Can you tell us how it started, though? Did you get into Instagram right when Instagram came out? How did your whole page come about, and how did that start?
I mean, I've always had Instagram because, when I was younger, I used to use it to edit video, pictures. But I didn't start using it like that until I would post my competing. So I would post before and after pictures, just kind of take people on the journey with me, and it kind of just grew from there. And then the kind of rest is history. I just kind of started, and then it went on a bigger scale. I don't really know how it happened. It's one of those things that just happened, and I was okay, well, because it wasn't 19 mil overnight. It's I started doing. I moved from Denver to LA and started working with photographers and doing stuff over here. And at one moment, I was gaining $1 million a month. Yeah. So
I've been on TV on 4 primetime shows. And it took me 4 years to get to 1 million, and you got it in a month.
And do you think it's because boys and girls are following you?
I don't know. I just had a lot of viral videos. I had these ones. I would shake my booty and stuff. doing some extra stuff that now I would never do again. Looking back, I'm okay, because I was younger and I was whatever. This is fun.
It's right in the on.
This might be a dumb question, but I feel like now in my life, my friends are like, damn, Naz, you have like a good butt or whatever. But I never thought of it like that. So was there a moment where you like realized like, oh, I have a good butt? Or did you always know?
My mom would always, anywhere we go, my mom, I'm not even kidding, she's here, she could vouch for it, she would make me turn around and she'd be like, feel her butt, like to random people. She'd be like, feel her butt, it's all muscle. Doesn't she have the cutest butt? Like my grandma was over, I was like in my underwear one day and she's like talking to my grandma like, oh my God, Summer has the most perfect butt. This was when I was like 15 and like before I like even really was working out. She's like just always would talk about how perfect my butt was. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So it's actually my mom's fault for everything.
Part nature, part work. Yeah. Is that right? You think it's a combination?
I think everything with like butt is genetics. Like if you don't genetically somewhat have it, I don't think it's genetics. Like the genetics play a role in it, you know, but I think everyone can have a nice body for their body. Like I don't think that if you don't have the genetics to have like a J-Lo booty, I'm going to tell like someone that I don't think has that is going to be like, oh yeah, overnight. Oh no, just do my workout program. You're going to have that. No, I think everyone doesn't have to. I think it's beautiful when everyone has their own unique body. So it's like, just have your body that you worked hard for.
So
it doesn't
how do you
have to be
feel
crazy.
about like butt implants and stuff?
You know, I'm not going to be like talk shit about anyone who has them. But like me, I'm obviously against them because I put in a lot of work. Like I don't work out for a couple months, my booty's gone. And it's just like,
really?
Like
How
because
annoying
muscle,
is that?
it's so annoying. Like right now, it's like I'm only wearing sweats and stuff because it's like literally gone. I've been traveling for the last like couple months and like I haven't been working out.
Can you get back on
So
it?
muscle has memory, so it like comes back if you like really. If I really put my mind to it, I could probably get it back in like 3 weeks. But it's a lot of work. Like when you grow a booty and you have to work for it, like you're like girls who have to lay on a table for a few hours and get a fake butt. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you.
It's not going to look as good.
I know. Natural always wins. That's the thing. That's why I think I have 19 million followers is because people can tell. You real recognize real and like people will, oh, she has a fake butt. Oh, she's this. But it's like, I think people who really know real butts and like my quads and like everything and how my body's built, it's natural and people can tell. So
What about Jen Selter? Is she real or fake?
I think she's real.
Yeah.
I think she's real. It's just like she only targets her butt, so it looks a little odd.
Yeah, she has like some thinner legs, but her butt's not huge. Like she has like kind of a smaller. Like, but her she has a nice body, but I wouldn't say it's fake.
How annoyed do you get when people in the comments or like DM you and they're just like, your butt isn't real? Like, do you get that a lot?
It's funny because I don't really like go through my comments. It's so crazy because now that I don't know why, but like my comments have been really positive lately. So maybe it's because I've been posting more different kind of stuff. So it's like not just butt. It's like girls are like, oh, she's not just a butt. Like,
I've been noticing you've been wearing a lot of clothes more.
yeah, I'm trying to because I can still post my butt and like it's like when I post a butt, it's like more people are like, oh yay, she posted it. So it's like it gets more like hyped up anyway. It's because when you post this like a butt every single day, people are like, okay, we've seen your butt, you know. So I'm like. I think, like, when I first started my Instagram, like, when it blew up, I don't even think people knew I had a face or what I looked like. So.
Well, you have a great face. You're hiding the great face.
Yeah,
So
you were
sweet.
so stunning. I remember the way Summer and I met was we were buying glasses from Vintage Frames, which this guy named Corey Shapiro, he sells these really cool vintage glasses. And I was like, I have to be like Courtney and buy them. And you were buying them. And I'm like, this girl's so fucking cool. She's those like younger girls, Ashley and Lauren, that are so intimidating.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
like,
very intimidating.
You're so funny.
I'm like kind of
You're
nervous
so
around
fucking
you.
pretty.
Stop, guys.
I'm like, she has it all. You were just so nice and bubbly and like hilarious that I was like, you
That's
need
so
to be
sweet.
a
Thank
YouTuber,
you.
Summer, for real. Do you want to do that?
I have like a mill on YouTube. I do YouTube. I used to live in a house full of YouTubers. Like I'm in this like YouTube like gang type thing that we have.
What's it called? What is it?
It's called Clout Gang.
Oh, okay.
Cloud game?
Clout Gang.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Cloud
so
game.
I'm like a part of that, and it's like some YouTubers, like big YouTubers, and they're my friends, and I love them. But I'm not really like in love with YouTube. It's my like I kind of want to just do it to show my personality because no one thinks when you think of me, people think like, oh, that IG model with a butt and that's all. You know, they don't ever like think. They probably think I'm like stuck up and like, oh, I have 19 million followers. Like me, if anyone would ask me that, I'm like, no, like I'm not like that at all.
Right.
So it's like.
Is your
Totally
hair
different.
real?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask too because that's just rude. That might be ruder than your butt.
I think it's ruder because she doesn't
it's
work
like,
for it.
wow,
you know?
that just grows out of your head.
We'll take a picture, everyone who's listening.
Special.
Or just go to her page. Have you gotten any work done at all?
No, actually, I've never ever gotten work done.
She's 22, so
I've just moved into a house, and the person I'm renting it from is like, "You should get some Botox in your forehead." I'm like,
you don't need any.
No,
you do
that's
not
insane.
need any. I would let you know if your head moved enough for that, but that is not the case.
She told Ben Higgins to get Botox.
I'm like, should I be offended that you just said that? I'm like, I know you. Like, I'm like, okay, thanks, but okay.
Don't touch your face. It's perfect.
Do you ever have anxiety? Like, does your butt kind of, is it like a double-edged sword where it's like you love it, you have this amazing thing that's giving you this massive platform, but is it also like the bane of your existence where like you have anxiety to upkeep it and stuff?
Yeah, so like that's my thing is like I sometimes don't even want to go out in public because I'm like, people are going to think I Photoshop. And like funny thing is I've never Photoshopped. So if I don't like my body and stuff, I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to go on public because then people are going to be like, my biggest fear is someone would be like, oh, she Photoshops. I saw her in person. She doesn't look like her photos. So I'm like,
I asked that to Naz before you got in here. I was like, is she going to be as pretty as she is in the pictures?
Because it's funny because I see a lot of girls and they don't ever look like their photos. Like I'll be like hanging out with them. I'm like, was this the girl that I was like following on Instagram for the last year? It's like, it's just like, I don't know. I think that sometimes people overdo the Photoshop, but it's all good.
Quick break. Another thing you're going to need to maintain a great butt is vitamins. So thank God we have Ritual vitamins. And I need that to supplement my diet since I do eat a lot of carbs and not much else. I mean, like some cheese. But I definitely need more vitamins incorporated in my diet because I don't eat a lot of vegetables. And thank God Ritual gives me that.
And also, if you're like me, I am no longer on my parents' insurance. I'm getting to those like upper 20 years where I'm like, fuck, I have to pay for my own health insurance. And it is like now actually more important than ever that I remain healthy for like work and just life in general.
Yep.
Like before, I to be honest, I was pretty reckless, didn't give a fuck, would like get like 3 hours of sleep, wouldn't care. And the best thing about Ritual is that Ritual makes it easy because it's a subscription service. And my other favorite thing about Ritual is that it doesn't smell like freaking vomit like all the other vitamins do.
And it's delayed release capsule, so it bypasses your stomach. So you don't, when you take it in the morning on an empty stomach, no nausea. They also have mint scented in the bottle tab. So
smells so good.
It smells like peppermint oil rather than disgusting fish or whatever else your vitamins smell like.
Right. So like I was mentioning, it's subscription based. There's no gap in nutrient levels. And it's just $30 a month, you guys. Like, what is $30 in your life actually in comparison to like staying healthy and paying attention to your health?
It's delivered right to your door. Buying the omega-3 yourself is the cost of a Ritual bottle.
That is so true. You go to CVS, you see these like long aisles of all these different kinds, and Ritual has all of it tailored to you in one capsule. So you don't have to buy a million different other bottles.
Fill the gaps in your diet with the best source ingredients. 95% of women do not get the vitamins and minerals they need on a daily basis. Ritual created a smarter vitamin with the 9 essential ingredients women lack the most. So if you want to try Ritual, go to ritual.com/getit. Choose clean ingredients backed by science. Sign up now and go to ritual.com/getit.
All right, back to Summer.
So since this is an occupational series, we have to talk about how you make your money.
Yes.
Okay.
We want to know like the logistics part of Instagram, like who uploads your pictures? Do you have like a team? Like how does it all go down?
Yeah, I have a team, and I mean, I just am controlling my Instagram, and I do the posts, and I decide because I'm very picky. Like I'm so bad. Like anytime I do campaigns or anything, and like I'm like I want to choose the photos because like I get my angles. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I do all that side. I have like an email, and like people send emails. Everyone always asks like, does Instagram pay you? Because like how YouTube you get paid from YouTube if you do the AdSense and stuff. But no, Instagram doesn't pay you. It's like more ads. So about like a year or two ago, it was more like you get a lot more money. Now people are like using their brains and being like, okay, what's your engagement like? What is like your girl guy ratio? Like now they're getting like, I'm like, hey, stop, don't ask questions. Stop asking questions. Because it used to be like, oh, you have a lot of followers here. Here's like crazy money. And now it's like, because there's so much, because I was in the game before, it was like a lot of people, like especially what I do was like the OGs, like King Batch and stuff. And now it's like so many people, like everyone wants to be Instagram famous. You know what I'm saying? It's like people think it's like easy. So they're like,
is it all it's cracked up to be?
I mean, I don't want to be Instagram famous forever. Like, like I want to use it as a platform to like get out of Instagram and be like, do real stuff. Like, I have like a clothing line I'm starting. Like, I want to be like a brand, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
What are the goods and bad sides? And then I want to get into money, like Lauren was saying.
The bad sides, I would say, is like social media is crazy. Like, and you have to be like a really strong person to deal with it because people say the meanest things ever. Like, you have to just have some really thick skin. And you kind of get, because it's like a lot of the time you get like, I'm like stereotyped as like just a girl with a lot of followers. Like, so now I like almost start to see myself as like just an Instagram page. And it's just like, I have to step away and be like, I'm not an Instagram page. I'm a person. Like, you know, because so many people, oh yeah, that girl with a lot of followers. It's like, no, I'm just a girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they like, people like make you into that person. And it's just kind of, it's just like crazy. Like, social media is crazy. But the good is like, I've always wanted to be my own boss, and I work from home, and like I don't have to. It's a lot better than like working at the mall or something. So no, I love it. It's great, but you have to learn to balance it because you can really like mess yourself up from it. It's crazy. But
how often do you get approached? Because like me being on TV, I get approached. Like if I have, it depends on whether I have makeup on. It depends on a lot of things. Depends where I'm at. But I'm always curious to know, like, how much 18 million people follow you.
19.
And 19. So, and there's, like, 300 million in the country. So that's, like,
Everyone
a good
knows, yeah.
percentage of the country follows you. Of course, you're going to say you have international followers and all that. But, like, how often do people come up to you?
it's funny because a lot of the times, like, I'll see them like on their phones and they like are looking at me and like they'll like surround us. Like my boyfriend's always like saying this, like, this kid wants to come over and ask for a picture, but he's scared. Like, so I think sometimes kids are like scared that I'm going to be mean. But then if one kid or one person comes up to me, then it's like all of them come up to me because they're like, oh, she's not a bitch, you know?
Yeah.
So I have like a big following of kids because I'm like Clout Gang and like YouTube and stuff. So actually like kids everywhere come up to me.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Older people, it's like I think older people have ego and pride. So like I'm not going to go up to her, but I know who she is or something like that. Yeah. But kids, they have no pride. If they're not like scared, they'll come up to you no matter what. They're like, yeah, okay.
So cute. How much, if you are willing to say, like, would you get offered for a post?
You can say figure-wise.
Figure-wise, exactly. Not like...
I mean, I don't really mind saying. I just like...
What's like the most?
All right, then tell us everything.
What's the fucking most you've gotten on a picture?
I charge like, I started like $50K for an Instagram post.
50? 50, okay.
So it's like 50, and then like if you like buy in bulk type thing, like you can buy, and then but like that's like starting. So it's like
for one photo.
So for one photo to post on my page, I started that, but I get like 100K, 200K.
Is that like really just a tag, or is that like a whole?
Like that's what I'm saying.
caption?
I start at because it can be many things. It could be a tag in the photo. It could be in the caption. It could be so many different things. That's like I start there, meaning like but I won't like go lower than that type of thing.
But it really makes sense because if you think of how many people watch the Super Bowl,
an advertisement. Yeah,
like they pay how much $1 million for one like commercial. It makes so much sense.
Oh yeah,
and
you have more of an influence because instead of like the TV where you see it during the Super Bowl ad and you're like, oh, Pepsi, but with you're like, oh, that outfit, I can click that and buy it right
2
now.
seconds.
Yeah. Right. No, it's like crazy, and it's like people like know, like they think they know me, like being on YouTube and stuff, because I do have like videos and stuff. Like they think they know me and they like love me. You know, like when you like follow someone on YouTube and you watch their videos, like they think you know them. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Lauren
like
watches all the videos.
I'm a YouTube fanatic.
Yeah, so like those people that you watch, you like think you know them. You're like, you're my best friend. So I have people come up to me.
Shane Dawson's my best friend.
Like, they like act like they know who I am. Like I would not consider myself a YouTuber. I just consider myself who has made some videos on YouTube and like. But like the kids who like love me from YouTube, they like think we're like best friends. I'm like, hi, how are you? Like. I'm like, do I know you or something? But like, so like YouTubers get paid so much. Like YouTubers like get paid 1 million times more than Instagrammers because it's like a different type of relationship. Like it's more like personable. Like like on Instagram, people are just scrolling through. They see a picture and like you just scroll through. You don't know them personally. You don't care about them really. Like people might be like, oh, I like how she looks, or I like her hair in this picture, or something.
So you are actually more of a model as opposed to YouTube, where you're more of like a
you're
reality
more of a person.
star.
Yeah, it's like it's your own TV show. That's kind of like how I like to do like YouTube is because it's like your own platform. You have a voice. Like Instagram, you don't really have a voice unless you're. I mean, IGTV is cool now, and like they're gonna start monetizing that and stuff.
Oh, that's great. So you can make money off that.
Yeah, so it's like, but YouTube is like crazy. I would love like to be like have a huge fan base on there because it's
I'm sure if you kept posting, you could.
I know I should do it, but it's
Summer,
just like,
let's work together. I've been saying. I like met her and I'm like, I'm gonna finish off her.
I will use you.
No, I need to.
All right, guys, we just have to take a really quick break to tell you about all the new rage lately, I feel like, which
I've
is
seen it everywhere.
23andMe. I'm sure you guys have heard of this. And we're actually so excited that this is a sponsor because everyone wants to know where they come from. But not only does 23... So basically, if you don't know, 23andMe is a DNA testing service, and it can offer insights into like your ancestry, health, wellness, and traits. So it's not just ancestry. So if you pick the health and ancestry service, it'll include reports on your DNA and how your DNA can actually influence your weight, your sleep quality, your caffeine intake, your sense of taste, whether you are likely to be like lactose intolerant or not. Like I'm telling you guys, the stuff that you get, like the results you get are so valuable to like building the best life ever, and it's really easy to do. So if you order the kit, all you have to do is spit into this tube provided by the 23andMe kit, and then you mail your saliva sample back to the lab to be analyzed. And we recently got ours. We haven't got our results yet back. But
yeah,
Lauren,
I just spit in the tube, and I'm really interested to see my sleep report because I'm a very sleepy person. I think I need to sleep every 6 hours, which is really weird. So the deep sleep report tells you if you are more likely to be an exceptionally deep sleeper. The deep movement report tells you how much you're likely to move during your sleep based on your DNA. And then also I'm interested in the saturated fat and weight report. It tells you based on your genetics how your weight might be affected by saturated fats in your diet and offers tips on which foods to watch out for based on your DNA. It's so cool.
So, guys, we want you to experience this too and just live your best life. So all you guys need to do in order to order your kit is go to 23andme.com/getit. Again, that's 23andme.com, the number 23. So 23andme.com/getit. And you'll get your 23andMe Health and Ancestry Service kit. All right, back to the podcast.
So you dropped out of high school.
Yeah, I was a couple months. I would be done with my high school year, freshman year.
Did any of like your old friends come out of the woodwork now that like you're big?
I feel like I never like. I was like, I dropped out as, you know, that cliche, like, oh, I was bullied, but it's like, I actually really was. And like, it's like, I hate when people say that when I hear girls say that. I'm like, oh, you're bullied. But it's like, it was like when social media, so like, I had my hair this crazy way, and like, it would be like whole prom groups, like girls on Facebook posting and tagging me, like copying my hair. It was like the craziest stuff. And like, I was homeschooled up until then, so I was kind of like, I was like socially awkward. Like, I'm like, why do you guys hate me? Be my friend, you know? So I was only friends with dudes, and then it's like that, she's a hoe. It's like, no, I'm not fucking these dudes. They're just my friends because you guys suck, you know? So
it's like 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't like to say I'm bullied, but it was like a kind of a situation.
This girl comes out of nowhere who was homeschooled. She's gorgeous. All the guys
oh my
want
God,
her.
so jealous.
That's
amazing.
That's crazy.
How many ads a month do you think you do? Ads. How many ads? And then how many pictures do you post a month? What's the magic numbers? I don't know.
I try to post like once a day or like every other day. I want to like keep posting. But ads, I don't really, I've like kind of, it's like how I was saying, like the companies don't want to pay that much anymore. So I'm not going to like go lower just to like, you know, so.
You're not going to go out of your way.
Yeah, and I don't like to do any of the basic like fit tea, like teeth whitening. Like I don't like to do any of that IG hoe, like stereotypical stuff because I'm like, I'm trying to get away from that, guys. Like, look, I'm not an IG hoe.
So you say no to like a lot of people.
Oh, I say no to a lot of stuff. But I have my like own fitness app that I promote, and like now I'm gonna have a clothing line and like do my own merch and like kind of wanting to like make my
What is all that stuff called so people can?
It's Evolve. I work with this app, like I'm like own part of it, but it's called Evolve, and I have a program on it called Liftoff. I'm gonna do another like challenge run on it, so I'm gonna do like a whole new workout thing on that app, but then. Yeah, so it's called Evolve, but it's really cool.
And your clothing line's called?
It's just going to be like Sommer Ray line, because I think my name's kind of like
it's
catchy
cute.
where it can like be a line or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask you about likes because I feel like I'm friends with a lot of people that have 1 million plus, and sometimes they get stressed out if they don't get a certain amount of likes because then they're scared that they can't live the same lifestyle they've been living, right? Because all these companies want to know your insights. They want it's all about your engagement, right?
Because now it's all about engagement. It's crazy because sometimes they'll be like, oh, well, this girl over here gets like almost the same amount of likes as you and she only has 3 million. It's like, okay, but like the thing is like she might be really popping right now because she just got famous or something.
Yeah.
So
Or
it's
she
like my
doesn't have-
page.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like my page has been around for a while. So yeah, these followers are not going to be as active as they were when I first popped off, you know? So it's like certain stuff like that that's kind of like annoying because it's like, oh, she gets as much likes as you, but she has less followers. But it's like, it's all like different. Like you can't like compare it. And it's like, yeah, the insights and all that stuff.
I was going to say,
I'm,
you
like,
get
crazy.
more impressions though, probably, right? Isn't that
I don't
what
know the
impressions
difference
are?
between impressions
Engagement
and
and
views.
impressions are different. Like you want more engagement.
You want more engagement because that's what people see. No
Engagement,
one sees the impressions, and that's another thing that sucks with like mental, like because that is true. It's like it like mind fucks you because it's like you're always trying to live up to it and you can't make people like your like. So I feel like people will get like depressed. Like I'm kind of scared to see like the generation of kids who like popular on social media and then they die off because it's like, what do? They don't have a job. They maybe don't have an education. Like they thought that this was going to be it, but it's here today, gone tomorrow sometimes.
I
so.
want to ask you if you think Instagram's going to end, but I just want people listening to know that engagement is when someone likes your picture or comments on your picture or does some sort of action, swipes up. An impression is they just saw it but didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they just
Oh, okay.
kept swiping. So to me, Summer would have more impressions. More people
Yeah.
are looking at it, but
Yeah,
if they're
yeah.
not liking it and commenting like another girl that
Maybe
has
they won't be
less the
remembering
amount
it.
of followers, companies don't like that.
And the thing that sucks too with Instagram is the algorithm. So if people aren't liking or looking at your pictures, they're not going to show up on your feed.
Right.
So, and then also with that is Instagram can shadow ban. So like Instagram, YouTube, they can decide who they want to promote. So it's like kind of politics too. So it's like if you have a problem with, like they can like shadow ban you where they don't put you on accounts.
What
and
would
they
someone
don't
do
stuff.
to make Instagram not like that?
I know,
Jake
maybe
and
it's
Logan
like-
Paul did with YouTube, right?
Yeah, it could be like something like that, or they
What'd
don't
they
like
do?
they don't like the content you post, or like for me, it's like it used to be like when I was only, but I think they didn't really like me to push it like that, you know?
Yeah.
Ashley has what is
More-
Jake and Logan Paul?
no,
they,
Logan-
they posted the dead body in the forest.
Oh my god, that's right. I'm sorry.
Logan did, not Jake.
yeah. No, I was sorry. Yeah.
And they're just little dicks, but each their own.
Summer, as your Instagram,
They're my friends, so I'm
Yeah.
like,
No,
I'm sure
I'm
they-
laughing
I'm sure
like,
they are.
ah.
Yeah, no, be quiet. Be quiet.
I honestly, if I met them, I'd be so starstruck. I met
me
Logan.
too.
I was like, oh my
Tell
god.
me too.
You make a living off Instagram. So how much thought? I mean, you do. I'm sure you have different ways to make money, but your chunk of your cash comes from Instagram. So how much time do you put into each post? Like how much thought and how much manipulating? Like how much do you have to love a picture to post it?
Well, I actually hired my boyfriend as my photographer, so it used to be more like
God, I
me
need
just,
a boyfriend photographer.
I know. It's
so
like I have that like
bad.
typical like Instagram, but it's like Instagram boyfriend, but to the next level. Like we have a professional camera. Like
Do you pay
he's
him?
getting all the level. Like I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I want, or like it's like I want to make a business out of like
Right.
everything, and like if he's my husband or
Yeah.
something, it's kind of
Yeah.
our business. So
Yeah.
he should want to help. You know.
I think this. It's so true.
Get in on
I
this.
think this brings up another topic of how dating has been for you since 19 million people would want to date you. And my boyfriend, I literally said, Summer Ray's coming over. He goes, "Oh, she's hot," and I'm like, "I love you too."
Her boyfriend likes all your stuff, and we were
going
dying
through. I'm like, he liked
laughing.
it. He liked it. He liked it. He liked
So
it.
good.
So how has dating been?
I'm one of those people, like, people are like, oh, you're famous or whatever, so you should date a famous person. I would never date anyone famous. Like, you've never, like, a lot of IG girls have been seen with, like, the typical, like, dudes that, like, date these girls. Like, because, you know, you get more fame. You get, like, maybe in the media if you date these guys. I'm like, hell fucking no. Stay the hell away from me. It's just, like, I'm not just going to be, like, another girl that they say they fucked or something. So I have never talked or, like, I'm like friends with some of them, but like friends, like, hey, what's up? Like when I see them, like I don't text them, I don't do anything. So I actually met my boyfriend. He was a server at Delilah, that restaurant.
yeah.
He was my
Here
server.
it is servers at Delilah.
So he was my server, and I thought he was cute, so my mom gave him my number.
Aw,
So,
That's
yeah.
so cute.
I love that.
So-
Do you feel like he does your Instagram or people sliding in your DMs or comments ever get in the way of like your relationship with your boyfriend?
I don't. I mean, he never says anything about it. I think he's like confident as a person, and he knows who I am as a person, and I'm not like that. I'm a very loyal like person, like he knows me.
Yeah, I'm sure people are sliding in all the time, but as long as you're not responding, then he has nothing to worry about.
Your inbox probably fills up after 15 minutes.
You shouldn't even have an inbox, you know?
And I don't ever read it, but I'm like, if any business people, because sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't want to miss out on any business, but it's like, okay, if you're a real actual business person, you'll go to the email. Right?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
one thing.
I want to talk about likes. Like, if you post a picture right now, average, like, how many likes would you get in like literally seconds? I'm just so curious.
When do you
with
know
numbers.
it's a good picture when it's not a stinker?
Thank
Right,
you,
right.
Ashley.
When you know it's like, oh fuck.
It's a
This is
stinker.
like,
Yeah,
so
should've
right
posted
now,
that.
like if I post a butt picture, no matter what, it like blows up. It gets crazy amount of likes. But like probably
What
like
is that amount?
so
though?
like it's like a mil to like a mil and a half. You know, like
in a minute or
I don't know. That's crazy, girl. What kind of engagement? You're talking about Kylie has how many followers and she only gets like 2 mils.
I don't know
4 mil.
anything about these number things. I'm so ignorant.
No,
when it
the
comes to this.
Kardashians have like 100 mil followers and they get 1 to 2 million likes. So it's like,
Got
if
it.
I have 18 million, I'm still getting like 1 million likes. It's like, it's fine. It's
Right.
guys, I can't.
Right.
But I mean, I average like 600K, like 700K on a face picture because people like, Summer, why are you doing this? We don't want to see, we don't want to fucking see this shit.
That makes
I
me
wanna see
sad.
it.
I want to see your
guys.
face.
But I'm like changing my brand to maybe like be like one day that people will be like, oh my god, I like this better, you know. So it's fine, guys. Don't feel bad for me.
It's okay. I don't.
You're like, I don't even.
Okay, let's talk about protein for a second because that's clearly all Summer and Shannon eat to keep their figures. And I'm not going to lie, I really want your butt. Yep. So we want to stop and tell you guys about a great source of protein that Ashley and Lauren and I eat all the time that we feel like you guys would love because it's very convenient, it's on the go, and that is RX Bar. So RX Bar is basically a whole food protein bar. And their bars are made with real whole ingredients, and they want to be transparent with their customers, which is why they basically have all the ingredients laid out on the front of the packaging.
It's only like 5 things. No bullshit in there. So RX bars are gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free. Goes with any diet you're on. Whether you like sweet or savory, chocolate or fruit flavors, there's definitely an RX bar for you. There's no artificial colors or preservatives.
Right. And the reason why I love it is because personally, it's really hard to, like, I'm always on the go. So eating a protein bar is so easy because you can get them almost anywhere, right? Like at coffee shops and stuff.
Gas stations.
Exactly. And the reason why RX bar is my go-to is because they have, they're basically the only bar out there that isn't full of artificial ingredients, fillers, preservatives, and just general bullshit, like Lauren was saying. And they want to build things the right way, and they believe in the power of transparency and letting you know what they're putting in their product. So like Lauren said, all they have in there is egg whites for protein, dates to bind it, nuts for texture, and then other delicious ingredients like unsweetened chocolate and stuff.
And with fall coming around, they got seasonal flavors. I'm hoping to see pumpkin spice on there, but you can also have the nut butter flavors, which are honey, cinnamon, peanut butter, vanilla almond butter, all delicious.
Everything everyone loves during the fall season. But also, there are a great number of occasions why you guys should have RX Bar. If you want breakfast on the go, if you want a snack at the office, basically to push you to like your 3 p.m. meeting or your 3 p.m. slump, you could just throw it in the bag if you're going on a plane. Toss it in your backpack for a bike ride or a hike. And it is also a great pre or post workout snack if you don't want to go crazy after your workout. So, Lauren, tell the people where to get this amazing bar.
If you want an RX bar for 25% off your first order, visit rxbar.com/getit and enter the promo code GETIT at checkout. The bars are delicious, every single one of them. So go to rxbar.com/getit for 25% off your first order.
Awesome. Let's get back to Summer.
You look so much like Brooke Shields. You get that every day of your life.
Yeah, people. I think it's like the eyebrows.
It's the eyebrows.
A young Brooke
Blue
Shields.
Lagoon is like my
Yeah.
favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
I used to love, but Brooke doesn't really look like how she used to look.
No,
like,
I-
she kind of looks
no,
like the
I
wrong
will
per-
say that.
She looks like she doesn't look like Blue Lagoon.
Doesn't
Brooke.
look like Blue Lagoon
Well,
at
how
all.
She, like,
old?
changed.
She's
Yeah, yeah.
60.
No, she's
exactly,
like
or-
54
No, but I'm saying
maybe.
even
but
when she was like in her 30s, like she like maybe that was her little kid look, and then she like grew out. of
Her
it.
so
little
when
kid
I
was-
say you look like Brooke Shields, I mean Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon. That's what
Yeah.
I'm always saying. I'm like, Because, like, people look up Brooke, they're like, oh, and they look at her up, it's like, okay, you guys don't look like, I'm like, no, like, in Blue Lagoon, because she's, like, a different person.
Are your eyebrows natural? Like, what
just
happens?
Well, yeah, they're natural.
I just have, like, a lot of hair.
You just have a lot of
And
hair.
your eyelashes are real?
I like,
You don't put any like Latisse on any of that stuff?
No, I actually heard that Latisse changes your eye color.
It does. So
if you
you
have
have
red
pretty
eyes,
like
like you
green
do.
eyes.
Yeah, like,
green,
it depends
blue.
on, like, what
Don't
I wear.
touch.
You can only do it if you have brown eyes.
Yeah, and even brown eyes, they can make them even darker. So if you have, like,
Really?
light brown eyes, so it's like, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'm
even fuck
scared
with
of
Am
that.
I
shit.
darker?
Same.
Yours aren't. Mine
Are your
may.
freckles real?
Yeah, everything I have is real.
You're
guys.
just
I'm like,
beachy. Like, very beachy.
I'm like to stay really beachy.
You're Malibu Barbie.
Yeah, she really is.
really
She's
are.
like, what's the hot, like the Barbie, the Teresa. She looks like Teresa.
No,
Or
Teresa
like
was
Stacy.
the Spanish one.
Yeah,
Stacy was the
Stacey.
Malibu.
Stacy.
Yeah,
Stacy
you're
was
Stacey.
the one with the crimpy hair.
Yeah.
Okay, should we bring your mom on?
Yeah.
We can also bring your
She's
boyfriend
down.
if he has anything
Yeah.
interesting to.
I don't know if he wants to.
I want to talk
I
to your
wanna put him
mom
on
though,
spot.
because I know your mom was in bodybuilding before, so I would love
Influential
to know.
in your decision.
Yeah,
Exactly.
mom has a good following too, guys. She's 600K, so that's still a lot.
What is your mom's Instagram?
It's Shannon, so SHANANNON, and then it's like that little underscore dash thing. What's that?
Underscore?
Underscore. Ray, RAY. I think it's like with 3 Y's. I don't
3
know.
Ys.
It's kind of crazy.
Shannon,
Right.
come over here. Okay, so we have Shannon on, and Shannon, you are the matriarch, and we haven't talked about this yet, but your whole family is an IG fam, right? Like, don't you have a sister that's like big on IG?
I mean, yeah, she kind of is. She kind of sometimes just says fuck Instagram and she like deactivates it. So I don't know. She's kind of crazy.
How many followers does she have?
I mean, she was like what, like 100?
124.
Oh, okay.
100,000.
Yeah.
A popper.
So how did you like get into bodybuilding? And then when you had 2 daughters, or do you just have 2
She
daughters?
has
or?
4 kids, 2 of them being twins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
From 28 down to twins that are 20.
So when you had them, where you're like, you are going to get into bodybuilding, like how did that all go down?
No, I've just been in the fitness industry for the last 33 years or so. And used to do, the bikini, the bug-ins. This is before you guys' time, but just a lot of, bikini contests and Tropicana, just whatever. And then I just sort of married a bodybuilder. And I don't know, there's really good genes. And I was a gymnast my whole life. And so it was just, I don't know, just went together well.
We got to talk about your butt, because your butt is also incredible. Right?
Yeah,
I know that's a 54-year-old butt, guys. She's always like, mom's 54, and she's always like, shut up, don't ever tell me.
I would shout that from the rooftops.
Me
for
too.
sure.
I'm like,
Thanks.
mom, my mom's so old, and she's like, shut up, Summer. Shut up. I'm like, if I'm that age and look that good, please, I'm gonna have it on my shirt. I'm like,
God.
shut the fuck up, bitches. I'm 54.
I make a new one
stunning.
every year.
I know, right?
Thank you.
So, like, if we're trying to build our butts, what kind of food should we be eating? Since you're the
I think it's a lot of protein. I mean, carbs are really good, but a lot of protein. I mean, our diets, I think we eat a lot of protein.
And I eat a lot of carbs, guys. People think I eat good, but I'm like, I'm getting in and out after this. So.
Yeah, 22. Yeah,
But
something happens at 26.
mommy's kind of shitty too.
Yeah, I think you have to eat. You have to keep it balanced, and you have to eat what you want to eat. My biggest thing is I don't eat when I'm full. It's like, I mean, we're all taught, eat everything on your plate. I've never made my kids eat everything on their plate, and I always have let them choose how much they want. If you put it on your plate, you're going to eat it, but just put smaller portions. And I think that they've all done the same thing.
That's true. I think that's kind of how we grew up. Mom never understood, like, finish your plate mentality.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my family, because my family's Latino, and she's like, there's kids in Ethiopia that don't have this. And I'm like, Mom, I can't fucking FedEx it there. Like, what do you want me to do? I don't want to fucking eat anymore. And that's why I'm fat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think I'm fat. I'm kidding. No one
You're
suicide
gorgeous,
me.
but I think that's why a lot of people have eating disorders, because, their parents eat everything on your plate,
Right,
but
right,
yet
right.
they're the ones who filled their plates up adult-sized portions.
She's like, I didn't
And
ask for this.
I didn't ask to be born either,
Yeah.
you know?
But but all of my kids have great physiques. They I have a tall one. She's like 5'9", and she's like a little rail. And my
Summer,
son,
you're like 5'8", or whatever.
Like 5'7". I don't know. I feel like I've grown a little bit. I hope that I'm growing, guys. Come
I don't know, it
on.
seems awful.
They all like it because
Yeah,
they're
sure.
taller than
Yeah.
me. So I'm short. Well, my youngest twin, she's short.
It would be very wrong of us not to ask how much time you guys spend in the gym each day.
I mean, recently, not so much time, but when I do go to the gym, me and Mom like to lollygag. We make a day out of it. Like, this is my gym buddy, you know? So we kind of just lollygag a little bit, but I work out probably like 40 minutes. But we talk in between. We take some pictures. We make fun because I think when you make working out like a job, like, oh, I'm gonna go and like you make it not fun, then you like teach your mind to dread it. Sure. Like, oh my god, I have to go to the gym. Like me and Mom are like, I'm gonna go to the gym. It's gonna be the best time of my life. So
at this point, do you have like a gym built in your house, or like how
I'm
does this
actually
work?
just moved into a new house, so I have like a little part that I'm gonna get a gym made into it. But I just go to like a little gym where I live. So
Shannon, I have to ask, like, being a mom, what has the Instagram experience been like for you as an influencer?
It's fun. I mean, it's, because of Sommer, we get stopped a lot, or, and especially when we're together. I mean, she gets stopped all the time, but I don't know. It's been fun. It's been a roller coaster up and down. I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? But it's fun. I love it.
Is it just like unfathomable to you? Because, this is just something so foreign. Like, you didn't have this growing up.
Yeah. It's
what are your
I
thoughts
did a
on
lot
it?
of modeling when I was younger for, NFL catalog, different. It was a lot different than it is now. I wish that Instagram was around back then.
Is Summer's boyfriend your photographer as well?
Yeah, he does.
Nice.
Yeah. He's really good, and
he's actually really good.
amazing.
Like he had no experience at all, but all my pictures, guys, on my Instagram is all from him.
Oh, we'll have him on to talk about angles in a second.
How does it feel to have your daughter's butt exposed a lot to 19 million people on a regular basis?
My view on that is different than a lot of moms, I'm sure, or parents or whatever, but I view the human body as a work of art. And I think that we should all take care of our bodies, and if you work hard for it, you should be able to show it off. It's not Summer's or mine responsibility what a man does with the photo. It's like, this is a work of art. All of my kids are beautiful. I mean, and she gets a lot of, flack for, oh my God, Instagram hoe. And it's just like, okay, so she's a hoe, but you can go to the beach and see butts all day long. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, when there's a picture and it's a still frame, she's a hoe. And I don't understand that. I don't get that. I think that,
you don't get it.
Yeah.
This is
I think that her body is
That's what the
beautiful,
podcast is
and it's a work of art. It's like she works damn hard on her butt, and it's just like, in the fitness world, you're up there, and if you guys know the MPC, the bodybuilding. I mean, those girls are up there and they're turning around and they're putting their butts in the air. Like it's like your side of beef. Nobody says anything about them. No one says anything about the pictures that
I know
they
their
take.
husbands are in the crowd just clapping them on.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you have a great ass and you're on Instagram. You're a thought or you're a this.
I love that you know what thought is. That is fucking incredible. My mom would be like, "Oh, that's something that comes in your mind." I'm like, "No, Mom, that's that hoe over there."
That hoe over there.
Right. And I raised all of my kids like my oldest daughter has married her first boyfriend ever, and they're happily married. Sommer has had, I think, 2 or 3 boyfriends her entire life. My kids are all very conservative when it comes to anything like that. And so when I read some of the comments, which Sommer doesn't read the comments for good reason, I'm appalled.
Sommer?
I'm just like, are you flipping kidding me? Like,
No,
you don't
I
know
don't.
my daughter. You don't know anything about our family. Like, we're very down to earth and just very conservative in a lot of areas.
We
just
can
like
tell.
I'm sure all
No,
of you
yeah.
guys
Yeah,
are. I mean,
you
it's
guys
like
are amazing.
we work hard, and
What are
you know.
some of the stuff that some people say, and why do you not look at comments? Or when did you decide to not read your comments anymore?
I mean, the fake butt ones like that we were talking about earlier, and just like ones that I'm a hoe, like like, you know, there's so many things. Like, I get a lot of thought ones too. Like,
Isn't it weird people follow you and then they say that? It's like, well, why are you following me?
That's
That's your
your
choice.
choice.
It's
Out
so
of your day to
confusing
write
to
that.
me.
the nastiest ones are like from girls, and I'm like,
Jealous.
and I'm just like, oh, babe. Like,
Yeah.
it's so sad that you, like, feel the need to do this because it's obviously, like, because I think anything that someone says negative or mean about you is, like, a reflection of them. It's like, you really think that you want the world to, like, if I was, like, a friend of hers or something and I saw this comment, I'd be like, wow, damn.
I know. I always think about that. I
I'm
see
like-
people commenting on her pictures, talking to no one, essentially. I'm like, what are your friends seeing when they see this comment?
Because no one sees, like, oh, yeah, what she's saying is so true. She's so true. No, someone's going to be like, wow, I feel bad for you to have to say these things. Because, like, if you think things, like, that's fine. Like, I mean, everyone has their own opinion, and they can think this and they can think that. I think we all do that, you know. But send it in a group chat to your girlfriends. Like, don't say it to me. Don't say it on the picture. Like, send it. Like, I mean,
so
we have all
bizarre.
those moments where we talk some shit to our friends. Like, it's just life. But don't do it on the picture for the whole world to see that you're an asshole. You know what I mean?
And Shana, you read yours.
I used to more, but mine are. Yeah, I don't.
Are they similar to like what Summer gets? Like, are people like haters on?
I mean, mine aren't. I mean, I don't
And
get a
my
lot
comments
of.
have been changing a lot too, and I don't think people are that mean to us. Like, you get some here and there, but isn't it weird how like one bad comment will stick and you'll remember it all day, and you can get a million good ones? It's like that one comment. It's like, oh my god, that's so mean.
Ash, do you ever feel like that? I feel like you have to deal with that.
I
all
feel
the
like
time.
that all the time.
It sticks with you. Like you can, you can get 100 good ones, and then that one, and you're just like, wow, like what did I do to you, or do you even know me? Yeah. So that's why I think we just don't read them anymore. I'll go down and heart a lot of them. You know, just
Positive
whatever.
reinforcement.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
See, I
and
like to
love
comment
my
back to the
fans.
positive ones because it shows like, hey, you were nice to me.
Yeah.
I might say something nice back to you, baby girl.
Exactly,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Well, I'd love, Shannon, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
I'd love to have, because we're running out of time, I'd love to have your boyfriend on for a sec and then,
If,
Let me grab
if
him.
he's willing.
yeah.
Babe, do you want to? Or
It's right there. Totally okay if you don't.
Okay, we have Bennett on now, Summer's
Hello.
boyfriend.
I love how we're getting all the perspectives.
No, this is so,
So
fun.
when you saw Summer, did you follow her already?
Yeah, I think I was actually.
I love it.
So you were like a fan or no?
I mean, not like a fan, but I definitely knew who she was. But I didn't like fanboy over her.
But
like,
you knew who
also-
she was
yeah.
when you saw her.
Yeah. Well, I seen her like 3 times, I think, at Delilah prior to like, actually like interacting with her.
well, I didn't see him yet, guys. When I saw him, it was the first time, and I was like, hard eyes. Yeah.
And did you tell your mom to give him?
Yeah, I was talking about him the whole time. I was like, guys, that is the cutest boy ever. I'm gonna marry him.
Oh my gosh,
so cute. And do you tell your guy friends, you're like, hey, I'm dating Summer for Instagram?
That's not how I put it. No. I mean, actually, I didn't really tell anyone except like my brother, and it kind of just spread around. And then they all just kind of asked me if I was. But like if they kind of like got weird or like said anything kind of just stupid, I just ignored them and just kind of went past it and didn't talk to them.
Yeah.
Because like, I knew it would kind of draw some flack from whatever sort of people. So I just ignored a lot of people when we first started dating.
Right.
And now it's normal now.
I want to ask, because I have some friends that are influencers that don't show like their significant other on their Instagram. So is that, I always wanted to know like the psyche behind that. Is that
Right.
just because you don't, people
Well, it's like,
probably like
for
you more
me,
if they
it's
don't
like,
know? Does that bother you, that you're not on
No,
it?
it doesn't.
Thanks, Ashley. She said fantastic.
So it's like for me, it's like it's kind of more like I'm very like private, and I kind of want to keep him private. Like once you get people involved with stuff, they ruin it.
Right.
People always ruin it. They like see you happy, or like if people don't know about him, they can't kill it. You know what I'm saying? So and it's just like I have to look a certain way, like that Instagram model girl. And it's like that'll kill a lot of fantasies. So. I just got to do it for my job. My Instagram is my job. That's like my place of work. And then like me as a person. And like when I'm not on Instagram and stuff, that's the girl that Bennett gets. So I don't think it really bothers him that much. But.
Yeah.
No, but like before, like we even started dating, like when we started, I kind of had to just like get used to it quick. Like it never it never bothered me really because I knew it was like this is like her profession really.
Right.
And like, I think the first day like we ever like went out, we got like caught on camera and like fans were coming up, so I just got used to it super quick.
And he just gets like one day I did post him on because I have a second page, and he
You do?
yeah.
I want to follow your second page.
That's like I post just my personality and stuff. But so I posted him one time, and he like gets like death threats. So it's
my
just like
God.
like the evilest
My inbox
comments. Like
blew up with,
People are
all kinds of crazy shit.
disgusting.
Yeah.
so it's like why even? I don't even want him to deal with that shit.
To me,
You know?
it was just comical to me. It was like little 14-year-olds.
Yo, but those guys can be crazy.
Yeah, some are like pretty just like graphic and just fucking weird.
Have you ever dealt with the stalker situation or like weirdos?
I don't think so because I don't go through my DMs really.
Right. Like no
but-
one's ever showed up somewhere, and been like weird.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
good.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
follow
really good.
Summer
Or just
on
a
your
really good
Instagram?
stalker. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I follow him.
Do you follow her?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people don't. Haley doesn't Justin not follow Haley Baldwin?
I think he like follows no one, right?
He follows people. He follows
No, yeah,
Haley
he does.
Steinfeld.
He follows Dean Ungler.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, Summer, does he follow you?
I don't think so.
Summer, what
Guys, I don't
celebrities
think
follow
so.
you? I need to know.
I don't really know. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I mean, I guess we'd have to just go through and see if they're following me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because there's
Yeah.
really
That's an
no
easier
way.
way to
I'm
deduct.
doing that as soon
You
as
have
we're
your
done
phone?
here.
Yeah.
Guys, he still has the my number, like what I wrote my number on in his phone.
Oh
No,
my
but babe, the
God.
thing.
Oh, it's behind it? I'm dead.
Look.
It's a perfect thing.
Explain to everyone.
Oh
It's a
my
package.
God.
So when I saw him at the restaurant, when I wanted Mom to give him my number, I wrote my. I was like, Mom, what do I write it on? She like has like a piece of like she has like a gum pack wrapper thing. It's like juicy fruit, and she like wrapped like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
It's
I
a
guess.
gum pack. It's a juicy fruit.
It's a
box.
juicy
You
fruit.
have a juicy fruit obsession.
Yeah, and I wrote my name on it. I mean, my number, and then I ran out of the
Yeah,
the
like, he
building.
wasn't gonna call you.
I like ran out. I like okay, Mom, do it when I'm gone, and I like ran out because I didn't want to be there, guys.
You guys are adorable.
Oh, I love you guys.
So I know when I saw that for the first time, I was like, oh my God, that's the cutest thing. Yeah.
It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. You guys are both just such good, genuine people. And Summer, I can't wait for everybody to hear this because people are going to be like, wow, she just like not only has the look, but has the personality and the intelligence. And
Thanks,
it's been
guys.
a pleasure to have you on.
I know.
Means a
Thank
lot.
you so much for like even coming on because I'm sure you're like so busy, and I'm sure people are going to have a million questions after this that we didn't have time to ask you because we still have so much more. But maybe you can come back on like another day.
Yeah,
But
guys, I'd love to. You guys
we
are amazing.
love
Thank you so much.
Follow Summer on
Thank you.
Instagram. Not like she needs it, but she needs it.
Get it a million in a week.
That's
yeah,
insane.
really.
And follow me on Instagram and Lauren.
Thanks. Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.